Hey, this is Kenneth and I'm back with more ideas for enrollment marketing and student recruitment. The first idea I have for you is to become the most convenient university. We are willing to give up not only our money but personal data for the sake of convenience. We are using ride-hailing apps, food delivery apps, and even services like Amazon Prime to deliver our groceries. So what if a university made convenience its unique selling point, or USP? This will probably take some workshopping on your end, a bit of brainstorming, but how can we make the customer experience so seamless that it becomes a game changer? Will schools be able to be run like banks where certain processes are run and automated by RPA? Of course, I'm not talking about teaching, so academics, please stay calm. I'm talking about things like payments. Can the tuition fees be paid by GrabPay, PayNow, PayLah, or Razorpay? Or at the very least, Visa and Master through an online payment gateway, or even eNets for those in Singapore. If, for example, a student needs to take a break from studies, a leave of absence, do they have to fill out a complicated hard copy form and find a specific member or staff to submit their form to? Or is there an online system where they can submit everything without downloading a form? Will your students have to buy textbooks? Or are the fees inclusive of the textbooks where students can just come to your institution to collect the textbook? Or you could even deliver the textbooks to the students so they don't have to come to the campus and queue up just to buy or collect the textbooks. Number 2 is live chats. Building on the idea of convenience, these days, people want everything instantly. Come on, most of us will pay for express shipping. We want our stuff and we want it now. Asking a prospective student to wait 48 to 72 hours for someone to reply to them by email is really just too long. Hence, live chat. Some of the older folks out there might be asking, so why not phone calls? But remember, your target audience pretty much uses the phone for everything except phone calls. Many marketing managers and student recruitment leads might have objections in their mind right now.
How do we track the inquiries? Live chats are useless after office hours. It's difficult to convert a prospective student over a text message.
And I totally understand you, but chatbots can be utilized after office hours and there are systems out there to let you track the leads, unless you totally don't trust your employees at all. And lastly, no one's asking your student recruitment team to do the entire consultation via a text message. These live chat conversations are merely the first point of contact. So the whole point here is to be customer-centric. Those with objections to this tend to be a bit more pushy and adopt a more old-school method of selling. Over the phone, most salespeople know that if they keep the conversation going, just like the telemarketers out there, they will always ask you questions to keep the conversation going so you don't hang up. Because as a polite person, you feel uncomfortable hanging up on someone. On the other hand, try being pushy over text and the prospect can easily ignore the text message. Next is to have your staff be positioned as experts. One way to position your brand would be to have your management co-facilitate masterclasses with academics. Think about this, one of the greatest criticisms of academia is that it's too theory-based. So it really builds credibility when an in-house practitioner is co-facilitating the masterclass with an academic. For example, the marketing director can co-run a creative marketing or influencer marketing class with the marketing academic, or a masterclass on employee relations or employer branding with the HR director. Maybe even a course on zero-based accounting co-facilitated by the finance director. Not only does this build credibility, it helps the HR department with employer branding too. So the fourth idea I have is to develop an in-house recruitment agency. Now imagine if you're a private education institute, but you also run an in-house recruitment agency. On one hand, you have the contacts of the in-house recruiters at companies. On the other hand, you have a fresh pool of graduates after each intake. I mean, the school already has career counselors. The resources are already there. So number 5, building on point 4, would be to merge your alumni services with your career services department. So the key here is to synergize these two departments. On one hand, you want the alumni team to build strong bonds with your alumnus and then invite these alumnus back to the institution for mentoring events in conjunction with the career services department. And number 6 would be to speak the language of your target audience. So I'm talking about using memes, live streams, and not the kind of live streams that require third party and fancy gear. I'm talking about live streams that require you to just stream out of the phone. If senior management is against this idea, kindly remind them that marketing is meant to attract the target audience and not appease the hippo or highest paid person's opinion. Now on to the last idea, student referrals. Now wait, before your eyes gloss over at this suggestion, I'm not suggesting you adopt those typical refer a friend scheme. What I'm suggesting is for you to selectively choose ambassadors like you would choose influencers. Make sure that your selection criteria has things like social media activity, social media presence, the engagement they have on social media, the size of their follower fan base, and their ability to handle public relations. In exchange for the service, you need not pay them. You could have the marketing director sign off on a letter acknowledging their service to the institution so they can treat this as work experience. Make use of referral links and referral codes just like you would with an influencer to track how effective they are. And hey, maybe you could even reward the high-performing ones. Gather a couple of them and treat them to dinner. Don't just buy them Starbucks cards. You want it to be exclusive. Make it a special and exclusive club that students will be dying to join. And that's all the ideas I have for now, so I hope these 7 ideas will be useful for your institution. If you found value in this video, help me out by liking the video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing this video with your colleagues.